Hiya! Welcome back to Form and Function. Currently, we are standing on top of one of the custom trees we built in the last episode. We also built these two smaller ones right here and here, as well as a good amount of terraforming done. So, oh, there is a skeleton on that tree. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to light up these trees a little bit or mob-proof them in some way. But anyways, for right now, welcome back. It's been a little bit, at least for me. It hasn't been an insanely long time for you guys, but for me, well, for one thing, I've moved into college, so I'm in my new apartment and everything. So, sorry if my mic sounds a little bit different. But I'm very excited. I'm gonna try and continue a consistent schedule, but well, I don't control my homework, and so we shall see. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, again, because moved back into college, I haven't really had time or the energy to actually hop on and record. So we're just gonna build a little house, do some shenanigans, kill some phantoms, apparently. Oh my god. So yeah, we'll see what happens with all of that, and hopefully I can continue being relatively consistent with my stuff. And in between episodes, actually, I did a little bit of caving, just off camera, nothing too intense. As you can see, I only got like 8 deep slate iron or diamond. It was mostly to light up a few caves right underneath us and to grab coal because we were running a little low. But I did end up finding another side disc in I think it was a skeleton spawner, I can't remember. So we can put these with the other discs we have. We're starting to build up a nice little collection. These are all duplicates down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and organize a few things, gather up some materials, and we'll see what kind of house we're going to build in this nice empty space surrounded by our custom trees. So resource gathering montage, I suppose. Let's do it. And with this, we have all of the resources we will be needing in order to at least do the base of the house. I'll need to grab a few more things for the detail blocks here and there, but well, would you look at that? Congratulations, you. Anyways, what are we building here? We are building a cartographer's house, because I know Shu wants to do some stuff with cartographers. I want to do some stuff with cartographers, and we want to do a map room as soon as possible, so that way we can kind of gauge the growth of our world as we go along. So the goal is to build a house that's very similar in style to this, just a bit of a different shape and a few different details on it to make it distinct. And then go ahead and add a basement that has plenty of room for a bunch of different maps. So that way we can really see the progress of our world, and it'll be a lot of fun to reminisce and look back on. Anyways, let's just hop into a time lapse real quickly and build up the rough design of this. So here we have a very very ugly house. This is obviously just the baseline. And I'm gonna go ahead and spend some time decorating. This sort of stuff doesn't look great in time lapses, so I'm just gonna do this all off camera and cut back to it once I am done. But I'm liking the shape of it so far. I'm gonna try and add like a little thing jutting out here and maybe attaching like a hot air balloon. But I don't want to be too crowded. These trees are they're a bit tight in here. So I'm gonna go ahead, pop in some decorations and check back in with you once that is done. Honestly, this did not take nearly as long as I was expecting it to, and here is our final house. I think it looks absolutely adorable. Let me just give you a nice little 360 around here. It looks very wait a minute, did I miscount? Oh, yep, that is not even. Whoops, my bad. I will fix that. Anyways, here's this side of the house. Up here is where I'm considering putting the hot air balloon. May not actually end up going through with that because of how tight things are. But if we take a look inside, you can see that, there's no interior at all. Just kidding. I, of course, am doing an interior because why not? I am very happy with how this interior turned out. It's nice and cozy. There is one thing I do want to experiment a little bit with these maps here. You see, the reason we're able to make these item frames invisible is actually because we have the armor stand data pack that you might recognize from the Hermitcraft server. So I do have this book here, this statues book. So at some point in the next couple episodes, I want to learn how to do this and maybe do some armor stand stuff. Like, I think it would be really cool to have like a map being like worked on here. So maybe this is a little bit bigger or something and we have an actual inkwell with a quill sticking out of it. I don't know. I have a few ideas just for little details here and there. So we'll definitely be making use of that in a future episode. Now upstairs is completely empty. I really don't know what to put up here, if anything. And I still want to build a hot air balloon here. I think my main concern is that this area is already crowded. I do like how enclosed the trees are, but I worry that a hot air balloon might be a little bit too much, but I'll mess around with that. Worst case, they've just got a nice little balcony up here. Now, if we come down here, I cleared out a pretty big space. I might need to dig out a little bit more, but this should be good for at least to get started with what I want to do. So I messed around a little bit in a creative test world. I have a kind of general idea of what I want to do. I want to use a lot of tuff, continue that out. I want to have a very greenish theme. Because the tuff does have like a greenish hue in there, and things like spruce does also have some green. And also both the Sunflower Village and this village uses a lot of green in it. So I feel like it's thematic to have the map room, which shows our entire world, have a lot of green in it. I still need to neaten this out. But I do have some tuff on me. I'm gonna do the same sort of modeled pattern that I have here, including a little bit of mossy cobble. And I'm thinking we have like a path along here, then a little bit of a stairwell going down into where we have like the map against like this wall here. And I think that should give like a really nice effect of that way if the map starts like right here, so we have like a nice 5x5 map, you're looking at it head on, as opposed to if we kept it on the same level, so we had the floor flat, the map would start like right about there, and it just, you'd have to look up at it rather than at it. So that's why I'm dropping this down a little bit, add a little bit of depth. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and line this path out, do some texturing with that real quickly. So here's our nice little pathway here. Next step is we're going to do a little bit of a drop down here. And I think instead of tough, I want to use a little bit of dark oak down here. As like a nice wood, oops, as a nice wood flooring here. And I think I'll go through and like strip a few here and there to add a little bit of texture variation. And also I just really love the texture of dark oak that's stripped. And that's like a nice warm color to bring some warmth into this area. I think in terms of quality of life stuff, stonecutters are hands down probably one of the greatest things ever. The only thing we're missing now is a wood version. Like, oh, it would feel so good to be able to just chop up logs directly into planks or trapdoors. Maybe trapdoors is asking a bit much, but just, oh, that would make my life so much easier. It also makes a really satisfying noise. Oh my god, I can't. You might think, oh, I dug into a cave. That must have saved so much time digging. No, it really hasn't. If anything, I have spent so much more time because I keep falling down because of the random holes. So I specifically designed this map room with expandability in mind. So it is the shape of a tunnel. So theoretically, if we want to have a lot more maps than what will fit in here, which would take a very long time to get that many maps, honestly. But it's possible, and probably will happen. So that way, if we run out of space in here, it is very easy to just continue this tunnel along, add more maps, and it also becomes like a journey, right? Like you're walking along this path, seeing how we've transformed this whole world. So I think what I'm going to do is use some spruce logs here, because this is darker than the dark oak, which is a little interesting, considering how much lighter the actual plank is and stuff. But it does give at least a decent amount of contrast here. So if we have some pillars going up here and then add like a nice little archway here, we can have our maps against this wall here. And I am going to fill this back wall with tuff. And these maps are probably going to be 5x5. In fact, actually, let's take a quick vacation to Shu's area because he's actually been working on a few maps. And there they are. So we have this map here, which I think is zoomed out. It might not be. And this might just be the base zoom. I can't tell. Here, let me take a look. Yeah, this is definitely like zoomed out one layer. And as you can see, we're doing a map of everything from the Sunflower Village all the way down to Shu's Industrial District. And somewhere in this ocean as well is an ocean monument that we're going to be working on in the future. I don't know when, that'll be at least a couple weeks from now. But there's also this version, which is, as you can see, it's so tiny. Look at the little X. The little X. By the way, if you haven't seen Shu's episode where he builds this, go watch it. It's amazing, of course. Look at how tiny the tree is. And then there's this one, which is absolutely minuscule. Oh my god. That's so cute, actually. So I personally am a big fan of this 5x5. It's a little bit big, but it does capture everything, and you can at least see some level of detail. So I'm building this map room with that 5x5 in mind. So I'm trying to decide how lazy I want to be, because theoretically, oh, she just joined. Hello. Theoretically, I could be lazy and just fill in this 5x5 space with just stone, and the maps are gonna cover it anyway, so it wouldn't, you wouldn't see the stone. But also, like, that feels wrong somehow. Like, feels wrong. And we're gonna continue, like I mentioned, doing an arch here. We're also gonna do an arch in between each pillar. Nice and simple. Map rooms, the focus should be on the map, so I'm purposely limiting as much detail as possible. So that way the focus is on the main purpose of this actual build, which is the maps. This is shaping up to be really nice, actually. I am enjoying the feel of this. Went ahead and cleared out a little bit more space to get the arch shape we're going for, and I realized that I built it one block too low. Like if I that is the outside. We cannot replace this block. So I actually did move this entire thing down a block. It didn't take too long. It wasn't too bad. But that's why things might look a little bit off. I think this is going to turn out to be so freaking cool. I still need to texture the moss, or honestly, I might leave it just flat like this because we do have a lot of noise in this build, so having some clean, honestly, I kind of like it, so I might leave it like that. But right now, in order to add a little bit more shape, so that way we end up with something like this. I also do kind of want to maybe add like a smaller archway in here, if that makes sense. So like do this and then maybe like this. I feel like there was a better way of doing this, but it worked. Yeah. So it's kind of like a double archway here. Maybe pop these out and replace them with slabs. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So if I get rid of this scaffolding here, you can kind of get the idea here. So we're gonna have these arches along here to break up and separate our little maps. So I did promise some shenanigans for this episode. Where did I put my rockets? Oh my goodness. I did promise some shenanigans for this episode, and we do have a few wind charges. So choose online. I might come over to his area, see if I can find him, and as long as he's not doing anything important, we can have a little bit of fun. Activate the Mission Impossible music. Just kidding, it's probably copyrighted. I wish I had Swift Sneak. We're gonna have to go properly explore the deep dark at some point. Is he here? Oh! He's got a dog! Came right up to him. He has no idea. Where is he going? Took off into the sky. I must go. My people need me. Did he just up and leave? Oh, he was doing stuff with trap doors over there. Did I ruin something? Why am I so scared? I'm supposed to be the one doing the prank. It's back. Uh-oh. Abort mission. Run. Run. We've been duped. Well, the thing is, now that he told me to get back to work, I really don't want to. So... God, I love wind charges. Okay. I think that is enough for now. Now I feel happy enough to go back to work on my terms, not because I was told to. Anyways, the whole reason I came up from the basement was to grab some glowstone so we can add some hidden lighting. Um, because as you can see, I do like that it's super kind of moody down here, but it might look a little bit better if we get rid of the torch spam and instead just hide some glowstone there, and that'll provide plenty of lighting. So I finished the map room. I think it looks really nice. So let's go ahead and hop down here and, well, it's a little underwhelming because we do need to extend it out, but I think it looks really, really cool, especially if you look at it from this angle. Now, Shu put in the work and got the full 5x5 map here. As you can see, he even added the date of when we completed it. And it's just so cool to see our entire world laid out like this. And I'm so excited to see whenever we do the next map, how much it's changed. And we can keep track of our world's history this way. I also do want to point out I love these little F's here, because just like the logo, form and function, I added it here because this is our memory area, our history area, so it makes sense to have the form and function represented here. I do also want to point out that while there is a lot of tuff in this really noisy texture here, the maps does help a lot with that. So it once all of these get filled in, it won't look quite as monotonous. And that is why I did the spruce stairs here. Might tweak them, might change them out to dark oak. Haven't quite decided yet, but for right now, I am satisfied with the state of this build. So let's go ahead and take one last little look around at what we accomplished in this episode. A cute little bedroom up here, obviously the stairwell down there into the map room, some cartography, and then of course there is the house itself. And yes, if you're wondering, I did fix this. It is now even and looking a lot better. Thank goodness for that. But it is raining, and I don't think I've shown this yet. The whole reason I wanted a Riptide Trident is because of this. Oh my god. Ooh! You can get going insanely quick with this. Like, I mean insanely quick. Where... Oh my god. You can't even see the ground. Oh my god. That is, oh, I don't wanna hit the ground. Okay. Oh my god, that is so cool. Anyways, with this, as we are flying hundreds and hundreds of blocks into the air, I am going to call this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I do want to thank you guys. As of recording this, I am at 69 subscribers. Nice. So if you have made it to the end of the video and you're not subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you could just click that little button. It helps me out a ton, and number go burr, it make me is so excited. But next episode, I think we're gonna do maybe some map stuff, finish that up, and then we're gonna do a lot of villager work. So bouncing between the village. Oh, the sun, beautiful. And especially over here, trying to actually get a villager population and make it so that way we protect our mending and unbreaking guys, because they are just wandering loose right now. So that's what you have to look forward to, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys later. Goodbye!